Journey to Kingdom Hearts 3 live stream. Sorry, that took a while. It is kind of late on my end. Just making sure everybody, well, we're doing the thing we normally do. That's what
we apologize for this being so late, people, but Joel kind of sprung this on me saying, hey, let's do it this late. I'm like, alright, I got nothing to do, so why not?
Yep.
Also, bear in mind, people, we also have lives. We may not look it, but we do have lives.
I have a life. Yeah, right. I'm gonna promote this very lightly today. Continues, I'm sure. You know, to anybody who wishes to join. We got one person joining, so that's fun. Though that might be you, Cole.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I can hear you in the background.
Good, just making sure. Actually, that's you.
Okay, good. So, we're playing.
Hang on, I'm checking.
Yeah, it's working.
Alright, we're fine.
So, yep, we're back. He's playing as Sora again. Stats level 7. Let's see my items. Let me check my abilities. Just want to make sure I'm here. Alright,
yeah, I would
combo.
Check your abilities. Make sure you have a guard, all that good stuff.
Guard, scan, aerial recovery, damage control. Yep, we're good.
Did you win? Remind me. Did you win the tournament?
I did, so I can increase the champion belt. That gets me some stuff.
Yeah, equip the champion belt. That'll help you. I've been playing Skyrim for the past hour or two. It's been fun going back to it.
Yeah, it is great. We might not get anybody to join us because we're doing it so late, but
yeah, and also, I don't imagine this is going to go very long tonight, people. So if you're expecting us to be going for a while, the most will probably go is for about an hour. I doubt the Mysterious Tower nor Hollow Bastion is going to bring much trouble. Hell, when I did it on Critical, I got through it in probably about at least 45 minutes.
I just want to get through it because I'm going to need to start trading soon, so it's like, I want to...
Yeah, it'll help. It helps Joel now to at least get to the start of Beast Castle, and it'll make it much easier to train and do dry forms and all that good stuff.
We will show off the gummy ship.
Yeah, at least, of course.
Well, actually, we're probably going to have to show off a good chunk of gummy ship, so...
Yeah, we're going to have to. We're gonna at least have to see some of the gummy ship tonight, because to get to Beast Castle we gotta go through the doorway. Still with us, Joel?
Oh yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, just making sure.
I better get up. Never fight and lay down on your bed, guys. It never works out well.
No, don't do that. That's why I play on a couch, because I am always sitting up.
I would play on my chair, and that's my preferred playing, but, you know, I can do it on the bed pretty easily as long as I concentrate. It's a little hard to see.
Well, the thing is, I used to have a TV. Well, the funny thing is, I used to have a TV in my room for the longest time.
Oh, I always have a TV in my room. It's like, it's essential.
Well, I used to, and that's where I usually used to play all my games. And then when my dad left, the basement remained empty for at least 2 or 3 years, and then I took over it and kind of made it into my man cave, and now that's where I pretty much do all my podcasting, gaming, and fun stuff when I'm kind of sleeping. Now my room is just designated sleeping area.
I would just make my man cave my sleeping area. Like,
I would issue with that is that the nearest bathroom is on the next floor, and whereas if I sleep and I need to get up, there's a bathroom right there. Fun fact, my man cave does have capacity to have a bathroom. It's just it was never finished when we built this house.
Come on.
You really have no need to worry here, Joel.
It's true. I lost a Vivi the first time, so you know.
Yeah, but you really shouldn't have any trouble. I mean, hell, I played this in Critical and I didn't have much trouble with us.
At least I think I leveled up to level 8, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, you should be fine regardless. I don't remember when the game really started getting into hard mode and Critical when I started playing.
Mulan's a hard world to go through.
Yes, that very much can be. Especially all the mini games, because Critical makes it 10 times harder.
I remember when I finally got to this part of the game the first time. It's like, okay, now we're finally getting somewhere. Now I'm playing at the actual character I want to be.
Yeah.
I am Sora. Hear me roar?
Your Majesty.
I still love Mickey's Keyblade.
You gotta board the train and leave town. The train knows the way.
Such a good Keyblade.
Your Majesty.
Now that I think about it, I wonder why
Was
Mickey's
that really
staying in
him?
the shadows so
It
much.
could have been.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know it was.
Because now that I think back on it, did he really have much reason to stay in the shadows?
I can think even
Was
the
he
first
afraid
game,
you-
maybe.
The king
Were
was
they?
locked
Well,
in the
yeah,
realm
but
of
I mean in
darkness,
2, I'm like,
right?
what reason does he have to stay in the shadows? What's the worst that'll happen? The
But
organization
we
will
just
find
saw
him.
I could see that.
And if the king is here,
Is that the
that
big
means
issue?
Riku's
I mean,
here.
one organization member he'd be fine against. I mean, hell, you
Well,
control him and fight
I'm
some of the
gonna go look for Riku.
organization, so I
then
doubt
he and
it'd
I
be
can go
that
back to
much
the
trouble.
islands together.
2 or
Kyrie's
3,
there
though,
waiting
that's
for
a
us.
different story.
What are you two gonna do?
I love Mickey, don't get me wrong, but I think even for Sora, fighting 3
Sora,
organization
you
members
have
would
to
be
ask.
pretty tough.
Somebody just asked me what my thoughts on each DCEU movie individually are.
Who did?
Somebody on Twitter.
What do you say, guys?
On
Let's stick
which,
together
on
for
each
one more
DCEU
journey.
movie?
Yep, individually.
To
Well,
Where again?
I can give you my thoughts,
We
and
have to
pretty
board the
much,
train.
well, one
Oh,
word,
yeah.
the only good one is Wonder Woman.
I gave my thoughts.
on.
Man of Steel, eh. BVS, respect but dislike. Suicide Squad, boring. Wonder Woman, yay. Justice League, never saw.
That's basically me. Wonder Woman's the only good one. Every other one, nope.
wait up.
The only one that isn't
Hey,
plot-wise
Sora?
troublesome
What?
other than Wonder Woman, well,
Nothing.
depending on who you talk to.
Came to
The
see
only one
you
that
off.
isn't plot-wise
Just
really
seemed like
troublesome
something we ought to
is
do.
Justice League.
Oh. Really?
But even
Thanks.
then, it's not a good movie.
You know what's strange? I think I might like
You
Man of
should
Steel
hurry
might
and get your
more
tickets.
just because, well, not more than Wonder Woman, just more than Justice League. Because A, it's still the most cohesive compared to BVS,
Yeah.
and 2, at least it has some ballsy vision.
I will say I might like Man of Steel a bit better than Justice League, and that might be some fighting words, but
No, I can
thing I
totally
can
buy
say-
why. Because Justice League,
3
Man of Steel at
tickets,
least
please.
is trying to be true to itself, while Justice League is just much painted over with Josh Whedon stuff. And I don't want to sound like I bring on the Snyder Cut, but you know.
well, let me say this. I think the problem with the reason I like Man of Steel better,
I
and
can't help
this is
feeling
giving
like
it
we won't see
more
this
credit
town
than it
again.
probably deserves, it's at least cohesive. I at least think we're going
You're thinking
somewhere.
too much.
And Justice League, I ain't got
Yeah.
that.
It's got
You're right.
vision, and it's got... At least it thinks it's going somewhere. Now, to be fair, the vision
It's
sucks.
trying to be something, whereas
It fails. Or... But
Yeah, it fails at it, but it's trying. Justice League feels like the most. What's a good word? I feel like it's a great way to describe
Movie by
Justice League
committee?
in, like, that too, but I feel like it's such a patch. It's like a stir fry where you just throw everything you think would be good together, and it just tastes bland.
Okay,
Nothing blends
let's
together.
it's a boring soup.
Bye.
Yep, exactly.
Hey, Sora? You sure we haven't
And the
met
other
before?
issue with Justice League is, unlike Man of Steel, Justice League,
Positive.
and you know me, Joel,
Why
I
do
never
you ask?
complain about editing. Justice League is the one movie that has some of the worst editing I've seen known to
I don't know.
man.
I would give that to Suicide Squad, but I guess I have no... But, you know what, we're cocking over this beautiful... I like this. I like Thor for crying.
Yeah, I do. Well, I do like this too. Yeah.
Talk
This
about-
is genuinely good, and I like that they're
Yeah.
at least closing up
Don't
some of
know where
the
it came from.
end with Roxas here, and I
Put
really do
together.
like that.
I like Rock. I like Thor. He's
Right.
like, pull it together.
See ya.
I like how cool Sora plays it.
Thor looks so weird in his grown-up, in his Kingdom Hearts 1 clothes, and his 2 out, and with his 2 body.
I'm surprised. Darling, if you don't call him out on that sooner.
I mean,
I'm
they just
also
woke
surprised
up.
they're like, how long is? I'm also surprised they haven't talked about this more. Like, how long has it been?
You know, I feel like Thor should wake up, talk, and be like, "Whoa, what happened to my voice? Why is my voice
Exactly.
different? Whoa, what
Yeah.
happened to my lower nether regions?"
Well, he was already at puberty in the first game, Joel.
Think he was hairy down there?
And anyway, another thing about I'll agree with you, Joel. Suicide Squad has bad editing. In some ways, I think Justice League has some worse.
Oh god.
To the point where scenes happen with each other, and you're like, "Whoa, how do we get from there to there?" And it happens a couple of times in the movie. I don't know who the hell edited that movie, I don't know.
I don't know. I like this, by the way.
I do too.
I buy that Sora would connect with these people, but he connects with everybody, so I shouldn't.
I'm sad.
Yeah, but I buy him connecting with these people a bit more in some cases.
Yeah, we can visit Hank
And we know they're coming back in 3,
again.
so...
Thank goodness. I might get some closure.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully some closure with Roxas too. I'd really like that. Or at least Roxas get the closure he needs. Also, I do like the train on the in space image. It's really cool. I always really like this image.
Guess that's that.
Joel, you and I and Red used to talk about
Let's
the
go.
DCEU quite a bit, and now
From
I
where?
feel like there just isn't a lot
It's
to
not like we
say
have homes
anymore
to
these
return
days.
to.
Also,
I'm tired of talking about it. I love this scene.
Me
We don't
too.
exist,
I do too.
remember?
I feel like the more we talk about it, the more power we give it.
Homes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
there is
excited. I mean,
someplace I want
Shazam
to
looks
go.
good, and I'm excited to see it.
Someone I want
That's
to
about
see.
it.
I like that he added this scene,
Same
and this
here.
really helps out with certain
I do
issues.
too.
Now, I
Yeah.
don't know what
You think
Now,
you
the
might let us
problem is
go?
I don't know what
I
Nominee
know
was
you're here to
doing
get
throughout
rid
a
of
good
us,
chunk of the
but-
rest of the game,
Yeah, I don't either.
and where the heck Axel
don't-
was. Because it seemed like he was
Wants
with
to
the
get rid of me?
organization still.
Well, he is. He's loosely with the organization.
You sure about
Okay.
this?
Now,
I owe you
Nominee, I'll
both.
give you because I have no idea what the hell she does
what?
for a good chunk of this game. I
Castle
don't even know what.
Oblivion.
I don't even know what she.
You helped us.
Can't
Actually,
remember.
she could be
You don't have
considered
to tell
morally
me
questionable
twice.
for not helping out more than she does.
Yeah. Also, I like the fact Riku does let them go. I like the fact he's like...
I do too.
Yeah, Ansem's kind of a racist against you nobody, so...
Yeah.
Thank you.
I also like that he lets Axel go because he says you helped us in Castle Oblivion.
Yeah.
Quite like that. Axel's like, peace out, motherfuckers. Somehow, for some reason, I picture Axel actually saying that. Can't imagine why. Here's a question I want to ask you, Joel. See how powerful Yen Sid is in 3.
Yeah, I mean... Or how powerful Jensen is at all.
Yeah.
That's more of...
Because we've never figured that. We know he was once a Keyblade Master.
There goes our ride.
We know that he, Ericus, and Sid, he, Ericus, and Xehanort, I think, had to have trained together.
Of course they did. Or
So
at the
I'm
very
interested-
least, Jensen might be older than those two.
Yeah.
I like to get the chest.
And I don't think he's their master. That doesn't make any sense. Because if that's the case, he really has some explaining to do.
Well, time never makes any sense in these games to a certain extent. Mickey, how old is
Yeah,
Mickey?
but
He decades old or what?
Yeah, but think about this, Joel. If Yen Sid was their master, then technically Yen Sid should have even been more in the loop than he was in the first place.
He seems to know them.
Oh, he knows them, and we know in Birth by Sleep he is an old friend of Ericus's, so I imagine they were, in their training days, they were friends.
I think we'll see like a young Yen Sid. I don't know if I want that.
I don't know either. It would be cool.
I wish they'd
well.
make... Oh, wait. You don't know the reference, but... for anybody out there listening in the post, I wish they make Jensen more like Dumbledore.
He'll do as I say.
Yeah.
More for you, Cole, more like Gandalf.
Things that come out of the darkness
Yeah.
in folks' hearts. Why,
I
all those
would be
heartless headers
interested to
aside,
see them
my
do something
dear
with
friend
Jensen. I at least
Maleficent
want to
is
see
gonna
what he was like as a
conquer
Keyblade
everything.
Master.
Jensen's another thing I don't like, though, is because he appears and then does nothing, and then later he becomes important.
Yeah, I agree with you. I find that very
why am I
strange that
talking to you
he's so
pipsqueaks
off
anyway?
disconnected
Go
from the
on,
rest
Scram, I'm behind
of
schedule
the
as it
worlds. I
is.
find that really strange.
I kind of finagled it in my fanfiction where I just said his world was attacked by the Heartless, like, early on.
It's you!
But when the worlds are restored,
What
then
are
he
you
can come
two
back and start,
Nimrods
getting
doing
the
here?
machinations together.
What are you doing here?
I wonder
You
why
know
he
him?
doesn't take a more direct
We
approach
sure
to the
do.
worlds.
Pete's been causing trouble for ages.
He does
His
later,
that's the one
strangely.
thing-
banished him to
Well,
another
yeah,
dimension
but
a long
here,
time
what
ago.
changed?
I wonder how he escaped.
Maybe because he thought that
You wanna
maybe
know
because he
how,
didn't worry
eh?
about Master Xehanort returning until
Maleficent
Xemnas
busted me out,
was
that's
destroyed.
how.
Maybe
And
he
now
thought
your
Sora would
world.
handle
No,
it
no,
just
no.
fine,
All
and
the
I guess
worlds
after
are
one,
gonna
I guess
belong
he
to
would have
yours
reason to believe Sora could
truly.
handle it.
'Cause,
Maybe he thinks
Maleficent's
Sora can
gonna
handle
help me
Xemnas, but
conquer
Master Xehanort's like a
Maleficent.
whole another
Ah.
issue.
Yeah, I
I
think
can
when
buy
he
that.
realizes. I
what are
think
you
when he
laughing at?
realized, well,
Why,
also to be fair,
Maleficent's
Joel,
power is so great
he
that
doesn't
she's
know what
toast.
even he
Huh?
says here that he
Sorry,
doesn't even
but
know why
Maleficent can't help you now.
What do you
what their
mean?
plan actually is, so he doesn't have any
You.
idea they're trying to go after
So
Kingdom
you're
Hearts.
the ones that did it.
Well,
Yeah.
we might have had something to do with
So
it.
that does make sense, I guess.
Heartless Squad, round up!
But I also feel like he should be letting them on more information than he initially does.
Mm-hmm.
If he's the one who taught Mickey about the ways of the Keyblade, I feel like he could at least speed Sora up on some of the history of the Keyblade a lot sooner than he does.
That's another, yeah, like Mickey doesn't even tell him about Terra Aqua and Ven.
Yeah.
I can,
Now to be fair, the prologue chapter 2.8, whatever you want to call it, Mickey does eventually open up about Aqua, Terra, and Ben and all of them.
well, Riku's the one who
That's
called them out.
You just
I
wait.
think, yeah.
Nobody, and I do
And,
mean nobody, messes with
He
the
eventually
mighty
tells
Pete.
them all exactly what
So,
that whole
Mighty
ordeal was
Pete.
about. So,
Who lives in this tower anyway?
Mickey, I guess I can understand a bit more now.
You don't know,
Yen Sid,
eh?
I really have
Well,
no
it's
idea.
old Yen Sid.
You know,
Of
another
course,
thing
he's probably heartless by
here's an
now.
idea that I could maybe be
Master
interested in,
Yen
Joel, is
Sid,
maybe
yes,
Yen Sid has some issues with the ways of the Keyblade.
I mean, I played, like, he's like on Triton's side
Yeah,
of that
Sid
kind
is
of...
the king's teacher.
Yeah.
He
Sounds
did
But it has to be the
resign
case,
from
I
being
mean-
a Keyblade. No, because he gives Sora and Riku the Mark of Mastery exam, so, boy,
That's why I said that maybe he has other ways. Yeah, I'm trying to make it make sense in my head.
I'll say this. If you when you watch Harry Potter, keep an eye on the character of Dumbledore, although I think the book does it better, because it goes more in depth. And that's who Yen Sid should have been more like. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, to be fair, Joel,
Or
Yen Sid
Gandalf.
is always. Well, to be fair, Joel, Yen Sid is a Disney character. He's a Disney character that kind of fits into the anime sort of aesthetic. So I put him more in the fantasy aesthetic.
Well,
more than I would
Dumbledore.
anime.
What I'm talking about, saying with Dumbledore and Gandalf is like they're kind of they're good people, but let's face it, they're both very manipulative.
Yes.
Like if you watch the Hobbit films, Gandalf is like the chess master putting Thorin in the proper place because he knows Sauron's coming back, and you gotta get.
Well, the sad part too is he's also partially responsible for the War of the One Ring in a lot of ways.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. I want Yen Sid to be like that. I want him to be like putting the chess pieces together because he knows.
I do too, but I also want some consequences for those actions because, from what I know about Dumbledore and both Gandalf, there are consequences for all those actions.
Oh, definitely. Like, I'm playing it in my fanfiction, and I keep talking about my fanfiction. I don't care. But like, Merlin's kind of playing the Yen Sid role for now because Yen Sid's gone. But like, Merlin's kind of taking instructions from Yen Sid before he passed.
Yeah.
And Merlin's kind of like Merlin and Phil are they're hesitant to tell Sora what happened because they kind of know the basics, and they know about Xehanort, but they don't want to tell Sora because that's like the last thing they want. They're nervous.
Yeah.
But my idea is that Triton's the one that blabs just out of anger, and so Sora has to push him who's Xehanort?
Yeah. I think our issue with Yen Sid, for the most part, is just how little he's used and how important to the franchise he apparently is.
Especially after 2.
Yeah, after 2, he becomes a very important figure going forward.
Like right now, Kiri's just gonna play Mr. Exposition.
Right now, he's here to get the ball rolling.
Exactly.
I also think I'm surprised Yensid didn't tell Thor he was a Keyblade wielder at one point.
Well, Thor knows he's a Keyblade wielder.
No, he doesn't. All Goofy told Thor is that Yensid is the king's teacher.
Oh! Well, maybe
maybe
Goofy doesn't know that.
So, the worlds aren't at peace after all?
No, I don't. I would also highly doubt that myself, because considering, Donald and Goofy were sometimes present at some of the King's training and Birth by Sleep, where Mickey clearly had a Keyblade. I'm trying to figure out what his motives really were. I will say this, I don't know when it occurred to him more to actually bite the bullet and make Yensid a former Keyblade wielder.
Hang on just a sec. Hey, you can take the soda, I don't want to drink all of it. To keep the water. Sorry about the soda waste. Alright, sorry, back. Oh, here, sorry. Okay, hang on, Cole, I gotta take my pills. So you're gonna watch the... I'm gonna just go inside the... Hang on. Because we gotta kill these people. So I'll go in the room. I mean, this definitely kind of shows that Namor didn't have... Well... Oh, hang on, let me take my pill before I finish my statement.
Master Yensid, excellent honor.
Hey there.
Show some respect.
So the confusing thing for me is, when did Namor have the Master Xehanort thing planned because
you
of
are
Birth by
sorry.
Sleep's secret ending?
Now then, have you seen the king yet?
Yeah.
Yes, we did,
Hard to
Master.
know.
But we didn't get a chance
Well,
to talk
technically,
to him.
already with 2, we know there's a secret ending, because even the original version of 2 had an ice secret ending of Birth by Sleep.
Therefore,
So
it would
there was,
seem
so
that the
at
task of
that point,
instructing
Xehanort had to,
you
the Master
falls
Xehanort had to at
upon
least be
my
in
shoulders.
some form or fashion conceived
You
of.
have a perilous journey ahead of you. You must be well prepared.
Still with me, Joel?
Yeah, I'm still here, but probably
You
not
mean
during this
We have to go
part
on
of the
another
game.
quest? I was
Yeah.
looking forward to finding my friend Riku.
And as for Yensid,
so we could go back to the
I
islands.
doubt it was right. I doubt it was during this game that Namora had the idea for Yensid to be a Keyblade wielder.
Everything in your journey, Sora,
Also, Joel, keep in
is
mind,
connected. Whether
Pete
you will
also
find
said
your
word
way
is he's a
home to
powerful
the
sorcerer,
islands,
so maybe Sora got the idea that
whether you will
maybe
return alone
Mickey learned magic
or with
through
your
Yensid.
friend.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
Whether or not
I have a
the
hard time
islands
knowing just
will
what
still be there.
Sora knows about Yensid, and then I'm
And
really
the
scratching my head as to
key
what
that connects
Yensid
them
tells him
all
and why he doesn't tell him
is
other
you,
things. Xehanort
Sora.
makes certain sense, some
I'm
a little bit of
the
sense.
key?
But as for the rest, like, if he was trained in the reason of the Keyblade, especially when Ericus blatantly makes it obvious that he was once a master,
Chosen
I find it
wielder
really
of the
strange that he
Keyblade.
doesn't instruct Sora more
You
than
are
he
the
does.
key that
Especially
will
when he
open the
can,
door to
when he wasn't a master
light.
when Mickey was being trained, which is also really strange.
It's all strange.
Again, Yensid knows about
This
the
book
Keyblade.
contains valuable knowledge you will need
I mean,
for
I
your
can buy
journey.
people who aren't Keyblade Masters
Study
knowing about the
it
Keyblade.
carefully.
Yeah, but he seems to have a more keen understanding about it.
Once you have
See, the problem is if I
finished,
try reading into his
you will
actions, I'm going to
speak
come
of
up
the
flat because
enemies
no
you
matter
will
how much we
surely
try to read
confront.
into it, we won't get those answers unless 3 gives us more. I assume 3 has to give us more insight on Yensid.
Right, I mean, there's a way to do it, like... I'm back to my fan friction, I know, self-promote, yeah. But well, I just sort of like to say those are my ideas, but like, I have Phil be a Keyblade knowledger person. A Keyblade expert, there we go. It's only been one person. I really did promote this poorly. Because, you know, lots of Keyblade builders went to the Olympus Coliseum, and...
Yeah.
You know, so Phil kind of just studied it and just kind of looked upon it and kind of like pick up certain things.
He's more self-taught in like styles and certain things. I assume it's kind of like someone who is more, who knows more about lightsaber combat than they do of the Force.
Yeah, like, you know, I'm sure you can study all the forms of lightsaber combat without having to be a Jedi. That seems easy enough. Like,
Grievous is a perfect example of that.
oh yeah, the beginning. Each journey gives the rise to a chance encounter, and each encounter brings forth the farewell. When farewell leads to a journey, the world opens their hearts. There are those chosen by the light, those ensnared by darkness, friends who share the same bonds, those whose paths may differ. When you doubt the past trod thus far, when you handle your held to you, gaze anew at the heart was, for all those answers are within. Okay, I'm not gonna read the others, sorry. I'm already out of breath.
No point.
But I will give people time to read it at least.
Yeah.
Hi, Connor.
Oh, Connor, sir.
Yep.
What's up, Connor?
This stuff makes no sense to me. And like this is supposed to be like cap the games that we played before.
I never understood what this meant, and even though I really appreciate you, I never understood what this book really was trying to get at. They seem more like platitudes than they end up offering anything substantial.
But wait a sec. How come the Heartless are still running around?
Your past endeavors did prevent an immense effusion of
Feels like maybe we
Heartless
should read more.
from the
Maybe we should
great
read more.
darkness.
Sorry.
Make no mistake about that. However, the Heartless are darkness made real, and
I do like
darkness
the
yet lingers in
explanations
every
for the
heart.
Heartless a little more.
The Heartless are fewer, but while darkness exists in a
You know, there
single
is a way to
heart,
explain
it
how
will be
pureblood
difficult
Heartless
to
could have been
eliminate
around even before Birth by Sleep, Joel.
Because they're part of the natural
That
world.
must mean if
Well,
everybody's
exactly,
heart
that
was
and-
full of light, them heartless would go
Well,
away.
that and it's like Goofy says. Well, it's like they say,
Now,
because darkness
it is
is present
time
in
to
every
speak
heart,
of the
Heartless can always be
enemies
apparent.
that
So
you will
maybe if someone
encounter.
fully succumbs to darkness, they become a pureblood Heartless.
Yeah, that's how I always took it.
Whereas they don't necessarily, Emblem Heartless are almost made artificially, whereas
If
pureblood
one such
Heartless
as
are
you,
more of a
Donald,
natural occurrence.
yields to the
That's how I
darkness
always,
in their
and I always thought, during
They too will
the Anthem
become
days, the
heartless.
Emblem Heartless got so out of
You know
control.
this.
Yeah. And also,
The
if you've
Heartless
played
are
the
always
secret
lurking and
episode of
ever
Birth by
seeking to
Sleep, then
capture
you would
new
know
hearts.
pureblood Heartless,
Never let your
especially in the
guard
realm of
down.
darkness, are in a completely
Now
different
then.
league of their own. Like Joel, imagine being worried about a
At times,
Shadow
if
Heartless
someone with
on
a strong heart and will,
imagine
be
being
they
worried you're gonna
evil
get
or
killed by
good,
Shadow Heartless.
becomes a
I
Like
feel
one
so
of those.
The
Yeah.
empty shell they leave behind
And because
begins to
that
act with
that
a
happens in
will
that
of
secret
its
episode
own.
because of course you're in the realm of darkness.
I've seen
An
the
empty vessel
manga
whose
that shows
heart has been
the
stolen
Shadow
away.
Heartless attacking and
A
play. It's
spirit
brutal, man.
that goes on even
Yeah.
as its body
Well,
fades from
there's a
existence.
Heartless
For you see,
in the
nobodies
last
do not
boss in the
truly
secret
exist
episode.
at all.
Red Eye, Dark Hide, I
Nobodies
call him
may
Red
seem
Eye.
to have feelings, but this
That is
is a
probably one of the
ruse.
most scary
They
Heartless
only
bosses.
pretend to have hearts. You must not be deceived.
Because of how it moves. Imagine being in the
Nobodies.
dark woods, Joel.
They don't
That's
exist.
scary.
You're alone, and then there's this thing with red eyes that
then,
just will come at
The
you.
being
It'll
you
pounce
see
on you,
before
try to rip you
is known
apart.
as a dusk.
But the other issue is
They
you
are
can't
the most
always see
common
it.
form of nobody.
Horrifying.
But
Yeah.
there are others, some larger, some with frightening and unique powers.
It shows that the Heartless are, especially
vigilant.
purebloods, are not to be taken lightly.
On
They're
your
part of the
journey,
natural world of
you
darkness.
will meet an alarming
Yes.
number of dusks. They
And
will
they're very,
all
very
attempt
strong.
to do you harm.
I remember
Still,
watching a
they are
fan
nothing
fiction where
but
Riku and
empty
Kairi were going to help
shells
Zoro with
destined to
math,
return to
and it got into
darkness.
like imaginary numbers and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, it gets really sweet, but then all of a sudden, like Zoro gets really upset, and I feel like that's like him dealing with the fact he killed nobodies, and like
beings you see
he gets
before
really
you now
mad and stuff.
Are different.
Do what now?
These powerful nobodies.
Oh,
have
he just
formed a
Zoro
group
dealing with the
called
fact he killed
Organization
nobodies.
13. It commands the lesser nobodies.
Organization 13.
Okay, that's Sayak, Zigbar, and Demnis.
Gotcha. Interesting.
That's who those character models are.
While heartless act on instinct, nobodies function in a higher manner. They can think.
What's funny is that Syx is
And
the
it
second in
seems they're working
command, but
towards
technically
a goal.
number-wise, Igbar's number 2.
What that
Yeah.
goal is, we
Always
do
found that
not
funny.
know.
I like
I
the
wonder
idea.
what made Syx
king
so
sensed
powerful
the
that he was the
danger
second in command.
and
Because if
journeyed
you and I are
forth
being
to
honest with
fight
each other,
it.
Joel, the Navy strategist,
found
I
the
guess,
Dark
if
Realm's
we're talking about
Keyblade and
battle-wise,
with it
Syx
close
is
to the
easy.
door.
Both in his regular fight
Now
and his
he's
data
traveling
battle.
from world
Both
to
are
world,
very easy.
fighting the Heartless as he seeks the
I wish we saw more of that. Like, I wish there was almost like a thing where Zyx is loyal to Xemnas, but
guess
Xigbar
we better
knows
go find the
more
king
and
first.
is secretly more loyal to Xehanort. Master Xehanort, that
Well, we
be.
won't know till we
I find
look.
it weird that both
Yeah,
we
and
don't
the
see
king must know
Xigbar and
where
Syx
Riku
ever
is, because
interact.
the two of them were together in the realm of
When
darkness. we
Xigbar
closed the
dies, he
door.
doesn't go
You know,
dramatically,
after
right?
defeating Ansem.
He's pretty calm about it, right?
So,
No,
before
he's
you
pretty
go,
low-key
you will
about
need
it.
more
See, that's why that's the
suitable
thing though, because Xigbar knows. He knows what's really
Those
coming.
look
Oh, yeah.
Too small for
Oh
you.
yeah.
Through there, you'll find 3 good fairies. If you ask, they'll create for
So
you
I would
appropriate
imagine
garments.
Syx would have to as well, because
Of course, Sora.
during this
You
game
sure
he's
are
more
growing
than.
fast.
Yeah.
I guess.
So I wonder just how much he knows. I'm also curious why Xemnas keeps Syx around.
Well, I think because Zyx is very loyal.
I guess. Oh hey, Vigriff, what's up?
Vigriff! I wasn't sure if you're gonna come because it's so late, and we do apologize for that.
It's very strange that
You guys, Riku and the king. I don't care who this
What was I gonna
organization
say?
is
Oh, yeah,
or what
yeah,
it's
yeah.
planning. With the
in
5
terms
of
of
us,
power,
I mean, 6
guess
of us,
Syx is powerful,
there's
but
nothing to worry
compared to
about,
others,
right?
I mean, he's just a straight brute fighter. Like, I'm curious what makes Syx so special. Xigbar, it makes sense, especially.
Well, look who's here,
Luxord
dears.
makes
Sora,
sense.
Donald,
Lord
and
Scene, I guess, could be
Goofy.
argued in some
Oh, if
fashion.
you're looking for clothes, you've come to the right
I
place.
wonder what made Marluxia powerful enough to get his own castle.
What do you mean?
Well, wasn't Marluxia put in charge of Castle Oblivion?
That's the entire point, Joel. Xemnas
No,
put
that
most of
will
the
never
people
do.
there for them to be gotten rid of. Plus, Xemnas suspected a traitor, so he sent them off to
now,
Castle Oblivion.
dears.
In the guise of an outpost, in reality, just picked them off.
But don't you
Gotcha.
like
I wonder if they knew, but they knew Ventus was in there, right?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Some of them did, probably.
Are you
I would imagine.
sorry?
I would imagine Xigbar probably does.
I know we're getting our head of ourselves, but I do like the idea of Xemnas talking to Aqua's armor, calling it friend.
I do too. I find that very. I find that creepy, but I also quite like it.
I would have
Would you
played
just
with it more,
decide-
like the idea that Xemnas' whole goal would have been is just to bring back Ven and
Alright
Aqua in a way, but he's going about it the
Together now,
wrong way.
dears.
Yeah.
No more squabbling.
Beaker says the fact that he has a one-winged angel form kind of proves his strength. Are we talking Syx or Marluxia? Oh, Marluxia. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, he's very strong, but technically,
lovely.
Xemnas never intended to give him his own
yes.
castle. He
It
sent
does
them
look
there for the
very
traitors to be
dashing.
weeded out, and Axel was specifically put in charge of picking them off.
Now, those aren't ordinary garments.
Now, Zexion and Vexen didn't quite fall into that, but he picked them off because, like Axel said, they knew too much.
Right.
And watch what happens.
I would imagine he did most of that. Axel did most of that, and probably just more so make sure Roxas wouldn't be harmed, partially because they were interfering with Sora.
Whoa.
Also, 2 Keyblades. It was cool being able to wield 2 Keyblades. I always found that to be a cool idea.
This journey's
Yeah.
going to be twice as difficult as your last.
Nowadays, and before it made no sense, but now that with Ben's heart and all that, it makes a lot of
Garments
sense.
also have other powers. But you'll have
Or
to
perhaps they did
discover
with
what
software.
they are
Perhaps Vapors,
as you
perhaps.
continue on your journey.
Okay, I'll do my best. And thanks a lot.
It's confirmed in
and
days,
there's
that's why they were
something
sent to
else for
Castle
you,
Oblivion. They were
Flying
basically
Studios.
sent there to be basically executed.
Yeah.
Stealthily, of course.
You know, I've been pondering now because I want to set that Riku story after Chain of Memories and Gravity Falls. Maybe that's where I should introduce Bill Cipher. But I really want Bill to meet Sora and mess with his mind. Because I always like Bill Cipher, because Bill Cipher's all about the dreams and mind and stuff. I don't know why I'm reading all this.
All of these are just what draft forms you'll get later.
Yeah. But anyway, like I was saying, they're all about dreams and minds, so I feel like Typher's always the best villain to have, or like stuff like Chain of Memories, Dream Drop Distance, 'cause it's all about that. So he's all about the head. Getting into your head and destroying it.
All about that head.
About that head. About that head.
Joel, I would be careful. Be very careful where you start singing that.
And we're not doing these puzzles. Well, we'll try, but I don't make no promises. I make no promises.
Yeah, we're not. This is by no means a completion run.
I mean, crazy.
If you want to see that, we'll do extra videos of that at a later point.
Hey, it's the gummy ship.
Believe me, I've done a completion run of Kingdom Hearts since I platinumed it, and that took quite a while. It took about 50 hours in total.
How did the gummy ship get here?
So you guys ready to go?
Good question.
I think the king, maybe.
Maybe.
Now,
Makes
just
sense.
a moment. Because of your previous endeavors,
said where did he
the
find
worlds
it?
have returned to their original
Good,
states.
good
Well,
question.
Yensa
That
pulls a lot of
means
shit.
the
Well, Yensa
pathways
pulls a lot of shit out of his
between
ass,
them
so
have
you know.
disappeared.
Read the whole thing about why Yen said should have been more like Dumbledore.
Do
Or
not fear.
Gandalf.
If what the king suspected
Why?
proves true,
What?
the worlds have prepared new pathways.
I said we talked
around
about why
which you
Yen
may
said should be more
travel.
like Dumbledore and Gandalf.
These
More involved.
pathways may be utilized
If you want
by
to see that whole
unlocking
discussion, go
special
back in the video.
gates.
You'll find all our discussions where you beat that
How
horse
these
to
gates
death.
are opened, I'm afraid I do not know.
People
we
leave comments on these
Key
videos, you
blade
know.
will serve as your guide.
Nathan Snyder,
When a
I thought,
beam of
hey,
light
Nathan, what's up? I
radiates
thought
from the
magicians pulling
keyblade,
stuff out of their butt was
return to the
common.
gummy ship.
Well, some stuff, Nathan.
Though the worlds
You start
may
pulling the
seem
shit
far
out your
apart and out of
ass,
reach,
then
they
I start
nonetheless
questioning what
remain
kind of magic you're
connected
doing.
by invisible ties, as do our hearts.
You,
Our hearts
please,
are
for the love of God,
connected.
never let Sin said do this. Please,
That
never
is
have him.
correct.
You get a Keyblade.
Got it.
You get a Keyblade.
But
You get a Keyblade.
be warned.
Everyone gets Keyblades.
As you proceed,
Didn't he already
Kinda
do
get
that?
Dream Drop
Distance.
Distance. Yeah, yeah.
Heartless and the nobodies
Yeah.
will be using
I
their
will say, I
own
like
path.
Lee being a Keyblade
Corridors
wielder.
of darkness.
I'm gonna say this to people out there. I want, if any
They may be
Disney
attempting
character deserve to be a
lead these
Keyblade
dark
wielder,
pathways to the
Mabel.
gates between the worlds.
I would have said Aladdin.
That's not fair.
Okay, yeah, Aladdin too.
Now then, that is
Beast,
all the
nope.
information I can give to you.
Well, you don't have to be Mr. Pure
Go
of Heart all the
forth,
time,
Sora,
but
Donald and Goofy.
Vigor says, I'm not particularly happy
Everyone
Axel
is
Lee got a
waiting.
Keyblade.
Okay, let's
I
get
like
going.
the idea behind it. It at least knows he'll be relevant later on. And plus, I like the idea of him and Den being more interconnected, because I did like his and Den's relationship.
now if you look at Nathan Thayer said it, now if you look under your chair, you'll find a lovely present, and Yensid vanishes and never is important to the story again.
Yep, bye, Ensid.
My goodness, what's
Until
that?
we'll see you again in technically at the end of Coda, and then
Now-
Distance.
Now here's a scene I really love, yet I sadly kind of find superfluous in some areas.
Yep. Well,
Haven't we seen this somewhere before?
Yes,
some areas,
dear.
yeah, and some areas, no.
Who's it
She's
was?
important to Hollow Bastion at some
Well,
point.
No.
I get that's just my
Mustn't
problem with
remember
them
her
killing
name.
her off in the first game. She could have just stayed alive and just been a nuisance
She was
or
a mean old
a
witch.
threat.
Oh no.
Vigor,
The
I really don't
memories are
like
coming
how
back.
KX2 treated
What do we
Maleficent.
do? Oh,
I will
what
say
do we
this:
do?
if any game tried to make her more of an anti-hero, 2 does it the best out of any of them.
I mean, if you compare it to 1, though,
Oh, well, ever so
Yeah. But like I said, if you were doing any like an anti-hero of any Maleficent story, 2's the one that gets the closest to it.
she's not really being heroic. She's just helping them. It's more of an enemy of my enemy situation.
That's what I mean. Technically, anti-heroes aren't really heroic, Joel. I mean, if we're talking about Punisher isn't really a hero. I guess it depends on what you call heroism, but that is a loaded discussion for another time. I do love her laugh. Lord, I love her laugh here.
I think too.
B-Griff, it's not the anti-hero aspect I have a problem with. No, I understand what you mean, B-Griff. I'm not saying I like how she's treated either. Believe me, Punisher is more of an anti-hero. Yeah, Nathan, I agree. But, hey, shut up, Batman. What's up?
Only one?
My problem with Maleficent most of the part is I
think it's
forget most of the time she's even there.
I mean, I don't like it because she was the most important villain in Kingdom Hearts 1 outside of Ansem. And then she just becomes what? Second, she appears, does a few little evil things, and that's it? She was like the big deal. She was even more of a big deal than Ansem for a good chunk of that game.
Maleficent.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Joel, them killing off didn't bode well anyway, so...
Here's a weird comparison. It's like Dr. Claw in the live-action
really
Inspector
did finish
Gadget
her
movies. In the first movie, he's like
It's
this rich...
also like Dr.
This
Claw,
castle
also
sure
like
ain't what
Claw
I
and Black Panther.
expected. No shine, no nothing.
That's true.
But that's a different story.
now what's gonna happen
He says
to our
Punisher straddles the line
plan?
between anti-hero and villain protagonist. Yes. Yes.
But in the first game, he lives at the castle, the villains, like an army, like a criminal network. This one, she got a dump in Pete.
I'm surprised. You know what really surprises me, Joel? This
NPCs
is
in
part
the
of my
cutscene.
issue with how. Well, not only that, my issue with Maleficent in this game is I feel like she'd have more help outside of Pete.
They kind of address it later on, but
It's Hollow Bastion.
Well, yeah, but I feel like she'd have more
She looks
outside help
kinda
other than
different
just
now.
Pete.
I hope you are in the game doing okay.
she would try to
Because
summon
I
her
would've
council
said-
again.
Not even that, like just more people in the Disney universe. I feel like she'd have aces in the
looks
hole,
like we're
as
gonna have
Joker
to
would
do
say.
some fighting.
I mean, to be fair, Disney villains aren't the most loyal, and they're kind of all out for themselves. I feel like Maleficent was just keeping that group together through sheer willpower.
You know what would have been interesting? It would have been interesting if Sean Yu was kind of like an assassin for. That'd be kind of fun.
I would make Sean Yu a heartless general.
Yeah, and have him kind of be in touch with Pete. I mean, in touch with Maleficent. I'm surprised they didn't do that, especially because Sean Yu, outside of Maleficent, outside of Mulan, has never been is probably one of the least remembered Disney villains. He's menacing, I'll give him that, but he gets killed. That's it.
Talk to Scrooge. Well, what's strange
Vigor
is
says he would
Pete.
have used Vigor says he would have used Peg instead of Pete.
Who's Peg? You mean Peg like Pete, or just who's Peg?
Yeah, I don't know either.
I think he's talking about Peg like Pete, the classic version. I'm fine with regular Pete, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh,
Troop. Oh, okay.
oh, hang on. I think I know who you're talking about now.
He said Goof Troop.
Yeah, no. Just giving people the time to read, you know?
Vigor says Pete's wife.
Oh, yeah. I remember her. She's scary.
I'm surprised they don't bring in Pete's son.
I brought in Pete's son. I'm gonna get a ring. Sorry.
A what?
A ring.
What's a? Oh yeah.
Oh,
But
now I
I'm
want to
surprised that like use the Disney like
Bring in
things to your
Max, dang it.
advantage. Or hell, here's an even better idea, Joel. If you're gonna do Lilo and Stitch even more stuff, you're gonna go full throttle with that and go through the movie stuff and all the TV show stuff. Bring in Dr. Hamsterville. Make Gantu part of her entourage.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Make Gantu part of her entourage.
See, the way I do it is I keep the original group from KH1 intact, and then I expand to Sean Yu, Dr. Facilier. Who else?
Hamsterville was awesome, yeah. Especially because if you do Hamsterville, Joel, that also means the experiments are around, more of them. That also means more of an army for Maleficent.
Exactly.
That's the town's
And a
defense
lot of those,
mechanism.
and a lot of them are freaking powerful. I mean, hell,
Yuffie.
Kix, Richter.
Look out!
Who else? There's a ton. There's 600 of them. Hey, Yuffie, there you are. Richter, Kix, 67 if you're gonna do him. There's a bunch you could do. Hell,
I know.
bring Angel in.
I'm using my drive form now, even though I probably could wait. But you know, I'm getting a little bit out of it. You know.
Also, hell, bring Angel in. Imagine seeing Angel and Stitch in this game. That would be amazing.
Hey, you guys! I see you're still in top
Actually, you know what?
form.
Another idea. If you're gonna bring TV shows
What'd you
into it,
expect?
bring in the
Looks like you're doing okay.
the one experiment that
Well,
was
what
a
did you
Oh
expect?
yeah, what the hell is that
How
thing's
are
name?
the others?
Also, Joel, if you're gonna bring in more
Hey,
Disney
Yuffie,
villains, bring in
have
the
you
Kim
seen the King
Possible
and Riku?
villains.
That's another thing I'm planning on doing too. Again, my two will always be Bill
I had
Cipher
a
and
feeling
Coffee,
I'd see you
but I
guys
wouldn't have
again.
them be Maleficent's henchmen because they're too powerful. Like they're their own. Like
We
they would
may
be their
never
own
meet
team
again.
of just evil.
We'll never forget each
But I
other.
would, but it would have them
Is
work
that
with
supposed to be
Maleficent. I would
Leon?
really like to see that. I still would like to see Kim Possible and Ron in this game. I think they fit in quite
Everybody's working
nice.
on stuff over
I feel
at
like
Merlin's house.
if they were working for Maleficent, it would be not like I wouldn't make him part of the main group, but I would make him like
no.
like the Gull Wings, like Draken and Shiga would be like hired help almost in a certain extent. Like,
Also,
but then
he
Draken would
also
just.
be such a huntsman.
Oh, of course, I know. I think we all know who should be in this game. Everybody, Dr. Doofenshmirtz of Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
What is that from, Joel?
Phineas and Ferb.
That's what that's from. Okay, thank
Have you watched Phineas and Ferb?
No, but I've heard that quote before, and I scratched my head for a while trying to figure out where the hell it was from.
For shame, Cole. But actually, no. I've actually written Doofenshmirtz as kind of a semi-good guy. He kind of is doing his own thing because Doofenshmirtz is not an evil character. He's actually quite a good guy. He's just kind of bitter about the world a little bit, so he does kind of nasty things, but he's not like really evil. Like he's like the nuisance next door, not the evil scientist. Dragon's more evil than him. And Dragon's not even that evil.
Wouldn't it be interesting if they're going to do Incredibles, so they brought Syndrome into this? Imagine the hilarity that would ensue because of that.
I'm surprised they haven't used Incredibles at all.
I am
Meet the Hollow
too.
Bastion
Well,
Restoration Committee.
I mean, hell, they brought in Big Hero 6. I'm surprised they
missed
really
you.
haven't brought in the Incredibles.
Well, if you ain't in top shape.
I knew it.
Knew what?
Backyard beach,
A while
backyard beach,
back,
nothing's out of
everyone
reach. We
suddenly
got the
remembered you
backyard
guys,
beach.
all at the same time.
You remember?
I also like how they gave an
Wait,
older look to
does that mean you
Squall.
forgot about us?
Yes.
So where have you guys been all this time?
We were sleeping.
Where? In cold storage?
Yeah, kind of.
It doesn't matter. This is great.
Yeah, kind of in both
Everyone's
sorts,
together
yeah.
again.
So, we're
It's a
trying to
shame
find
that we
Riku
never
and the
see
king.
Sid
Have
actually
you seen
fight,
him?
because if any of you who have played Final Fantasy VII knows, he's actually really damn good with the spear.
Right.
Sorry.
He's one of
but
your
let us
party
know if
members,
there's
and he's one of the main
anything we can do to
fighting,
help,
so he can
okay?
fight.
Man, Aerith's voice.
Okay. Thanks.
Don't go thinking it's just
Oh
you.
god.
Hollow
Oh,
Bastion's
Joel,
got a
actually, speaking of
problem.
which, remember when I said
A big
Mandy Moore
problem.
voiced Aerith in
You
1?
mean like nobodies and heartless?
It took me a while to
That's
figure it
right.
out, but I realized
Sounds like you could use our help.
realized who she
Then let's
plays.
cut to the chase.
I realize it now too, because I just remembered. She's Rapunzel.
Sora,
Yeah, she's Rapunzel.
Donald, Goofy. We were hoping the three of you might give us a
And she
hand
might
around
come
here.
back.
I would imagine
Like
she
we're
will.
gonna say no?
Will she voice Aerith again, then? If he comes
I
That's who I'm
doubt it.
dealing with.
I
But-
doubt it. I think they got another voice actress for Aerith. I'm not sure who though.
Just think of it
Tara
as a sort
Strong,
of
somebody
Leon
good.
compliment.
Sorry, Vigriff. Lord Dragonus. Sid is much closer to the truth than he realizes.
Follow me to the Bailey. There's something you need to
Well,
see.
that's kind of the fun thing about Sid. Even in 7, as vulgar as he can be, he still hits the nail on the head more often than not.
Right on time.
Expired.
Sora and the gang said they're gonna help out.
Splendid.
It's funny
We'll
how
count on
Merlin
you.
played more of a role than Yen did, and
right.
yet he's not even like the
Ah,
Dumbledore
yes.
of the group
Did you
of
give them
wizards.
cards?
Yeah, it's very strange how much more involved he is here than Yen Sid. It's so hilarious.
Here. They're presents for you.
Here,
Leah thought
they're
you might
presents.
have
Who
them.
the hell voices Aerith here? I gotta look that up.
I like older Sora's
Hollow
face. I gotta,
Bastion
I feel like he finally grew
Restoration
into his
Committee
I
face.
do too.
Battleship cards.
Kinda cool, huh?
I'm curious to see how they do the Disney villains
Hey,
and the
thanks,
organization members, because this is not a spoiler. Because
Oh no! We're supposed to be at the Bailey.
Joel?
I'm trying to read what Viger said. He said, dull surprise. I'm not sure what that means. Am I still here, Cole?
Yeah, you're still here.
But what I'm saying is, because we know Randolph is going to be in 3 because of Kingdom Monsters Inc. world.
Yeah.
Randall. Is it Randolph or Randall?
I have no idea.
I forget. I hope Mother Gothel's in the, Air's delivery. Dull surprise. Good one.
What's funny is, the voice actress who plays her here is a lot better in Advent Children. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children.
Let's
Which one
see.
in the series is this? Is it the second one still? This is not Chain of Memories. This is technically the 3rd game, but it's Kingdom Hearts 2. So we should probably put in the description which Kingdom Hearts game it actually is, Joel. Just for those who don't know.
I put in part 15 Kingdom Hearts 2, and then I shouldn't have to put it again. Alright, fine. I'll go back and edit everything in later.
Yeah, Air's delivery here is just not good. Well,
Or Cole, if you want.
The voice,
I'll do it myself.
the same voice actor's voices are in Advent Children, which is also quite strange because she's better there.
Just must be the quality of the dub they were given.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's like budget, like they can get a better dub if they had more money.
Well, no, considering Advent Children's version of her is better, and she's voiced by the same actress here that she is there. I don't know, maybe it's just, maybe scratchy voice, I don't know. Maybe just bad voice director, which is sad because pretty much everyone else is great. Doug Arnold's is great as Squall. I don't remember who the hell voices Sid. Yuvi's fine. Cloud's the same as ever. Steve Burton does a good job as Cloud.
Look at that.
Shadow Batman says sorry for the extra work, Joel.
That's fine. I'm proud of myself. I like this scene, all the Heartless around the castle.
We want to restore Hollow Bastion to what it used to be.
So, I'm still kind of confused.
Maybe
That
even
is not
something
Maleficent's castle from the first.
There's still a lot
bring it
to
up,
do.
Joel.
But I'm sure we can handle everything.
Because the moment you and I start
Except
trying to figure this out, the moment
that.
we're not going to figure it out. You and I have tried time and time again to figure out which castle is which.
Well, I'm going to talk about it to the audience, because they might be able to figure it out in the comments. I still think that was a...
Okay, let me break it down to you. We'll ask the audience. We'll see what they think.
That's good to hear.
We'll ask them. We won't tell it to them.
Sora,
We'll ask them.
do you know what's going on then?
Which castle is
There's this
originally
guy,
Maleficent's?
Pete,
Is it that?
who's been
Is it
going
the one
around
we're looking
plotting
at
with the
now?
Heartless.
Or the one you arrive at?
But
Which of the
he's
two?
not smart enough to tie his own shoes.
And if you have
ones
the
we
right
need to
answer,
worry
please
about
tell
are
us.
the nobodies.
And if another person has
Handler's
another right
organization,
answer, also
13
tell
guys
us.
in charge, too.
Go ham in the comments.
Called?
Honestly, I prefer Sephiroth's original KH voice actor because he doesn't sound obviously evil.
You're doing
Oh, no, Bigger. I am going to very much
This
disagree with you
calls for
there.
celebration.
The sad part about Sephiroth's voice actor here, George Newbern, he's more evil here. But the sad part is if you've played Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, he's actually, Pickles and Chips is here. Howdy, Pickles and Chips. Oh.
Yummy. Pickles and chips. Pickles and chips.
But the funny thing about he's voiced by the same person that he is there, that he is here. But in Crisis Core, he's actually, I always told Joel this, in Crisis Core before he went nuts, Sephiroth's actually a pretty decent guy, and he's kind of like the person you would kind of want to have a beer with and kind of just talk shit with.
I'm pretty sure it was on level 10 like it was in my original game when I did this.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, Cole? I could have done my game. I could have played. I could have actually. No, wait, no, that wouldn't have worked. Never mind.
Alright. Plus, I would have to live with the fact that Lance Bass was the voice actor of Sephiroth, and I don't know if I can live with that.
I have no idea what I did. There you go.
As for Maleficent's hideout, the chapel and the first KH.
Oh.
Yes,
Oh.
figure that one.
Okay, so. Oh, nice. Okay, I don't know what I did, but.
You did a reaction command. Fun fact, those sword heartless are the ones, Lance Bass is in sync. Exactly, Pickles and Chips.
Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Okay.
Hey, Joel dropped the S. Hey, Joel dropped the S bomb. First one of the journey, I think.
Oh, shoot. Maybe. I don't know. Did I? I sometimes don't realize.
I mean, you will every now and again, but...
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Ah, okay. Sorry, it's a little late my end, so I'm not good with gaming at bed when it's dark and hard to see.
So the funny thing is, if Sephiroth really wanted to, he could technically sing his theme. It would be so bad, but it would be hilarious.
Sorry, I'm dying. Come on, kill these people and get hope with. Couple close deaths, but I made it.
The Keyblade.
Man, Joel really is cutting his gloves.
Marvelous weapon. Were it only in more capable hands.
You gotta love Zemnis' voice, I won't deny that.
Show yourself!
Oh, I love Paul St. Peter, he's great.
Who do you prefer more, Billy Zane or Paul St. Peter?
Paul St. Peter. Now that could be because I've had more games to really enjoy him. Billy Zane, I've really only had, well, a couple scenes.
Organization 13.
I like both.
I do too.
Good. Now we can
I'm
settle
saying
this.
more Zenmus more on principle because, well, I had more time to enjoy him. Billy Zane was kind of a one-note thing. He was good one. He was a good note, but he hasn't been around since.
Okay, so Vigriff thinks it's the chapel that was Maleficent's hideout in the first game. Then that can only mean they moved a bunch of stuff to the new castle.
What's the big idea?
Wait, what?
Oopsie daisy.
Hang on.
Move!
Now, do you think that's polite? Shutting me down
So
like
we
that?
getting cool runnings
I said
for
get out of the
KH3?
way!
Do you mean if
As
you're
if.
asking Pickles and Chips
You
if
can
we're
talk all you
gonna
want,
do
but that
playthrough of
won't
it?
change a
I would
thing.
imagine Joel and I are gonna do it.
Subscribe to my channel and find out, Pickles and Chips.
No, I wouldn't.
See,
I'm going
that
to.
would
No,
work
I'm going to be
if
upfront and
I were
honest about
just
this, and you're not
any
going to
old
change my
dude.
mind on this. I am not doing
Except I'm not.
my first time playing
I'm
through
with the
Kingdom Hearts 3.
organization.
I'm not going to
Nothing
immediately
any
put it in
old
and then do a
about
live stream. I'm not going to do that.
Tough talk
Me
for
neither.
someone who stood
I'm
on
gonna
the
try and finish it by
sidelines.
myself.
Nobody flunkies did the
I want to
fighting.
finish it by myself. I want to enjoy it. I've
I
waited
think you
15
got the
years for
wrong
Kingdom Hearts 3,
impression.
so I'm going to enjoy it the way I
gonna
remember
cry?
enjoying Kingdom
As
Hearts.
if. Why don't I
Also, I love
remind you how
Zigbar
tough
and
the crowd
swords
you're
back
dealing with
mouthing
really
each other
is?
here. It's great.
Remind me.
I love Zigbar, period. He's my favorite of the group. So I was trying to say what? Okay.
That's right.
Some people think he's talking about Ventus here.
Look.
I guess you think you can psych me
Yeah,
out by
okay.
saying really random stuff.
I know there's somebody who said
I
that
just don't
he
know.
talks about Ventus more than he talks about Roxas, but it's hard to tell.
Sora doesn't have the wrong impressions.
You a good boy now?
Good one. That was good, Beavis. That's good.
So what I'm trying to say is,
That's
I still
the
think that
other way.
Maleficent's castle was Ansem's
That was
castle.
weird.
But when they were reconstructing the
gave him the
town,
same look?
they moved a bunch of the castle's large
No, I
infrastructure
think he
to
was
the
just
to the
trying
to
to
the
confuse
place
you.
to where we are now.
Yeah, you're right.
See, the problem with
Only
that,
one
Joel, is
me.
that couldn't be the case because Ansem's computer is literally there.
The Hollow Bastion
but
Restoration
Pickles and
Committee
Chips for me, I'm
honorary member.
streaming Smash Bros. Ultimate Blind. Oh, how about that's fun, Pickles and Chips.
But that has to be Ansem's castle that Maleficent's in.
I don't think it can be, Joel, because Ansem's computer is the one at the castle we saw when we first arrived. That's where it is. And I doubt you can move that big of a setup, Joel. I highly doubt you could move that to that castle.
But I can't buy the fact that Maleficent built that castle herself. It didn't seem like it was hers always.
Who knows? Vigor says it is Ansem's castle.
See, I told you.
So I guess that. No, I think Namor retconned that. So, wait, Vigor, who's right, me or Joel? Is the one I'm talking about the one we arrived at? Is that Ansem's castle?
Oh, now I get
I
it.
think no, I'm talking about Maleficent's castle in the first game.
That
Is
must have
Ansem's
been
castle.
the gate Yen Sid talked about.
No, well, maybe originally there, yes, but now,
Sorry
no,
to
I don't
run,
think
Leon.
so.
But other worlds are calling.
I think the one you see across the
Organization
rest of that
13.
Radiant Garden, Hall Bastion, whatever, that
look tough.
is their castle.
See, the only proof I have is sadly in the manga. That's not really.
See you soon.
Okay, Krieger says I was. He's talking about me.
Okay. See, no, Pickles and Chips, Squall. Yeah, Pickles and Chips, I can't get used to calling him Leon either.
I can't.
The problem is, in Dream Drop Distance, also here's another final next scene. My issue is, in Dream Drop Distance, the castle we see at the beginning, the one we see right when we arrive at Hollow Bastion, and 2 has to be Anson's castle.
Unlike all of us here.
It has to be.
Or else he's worthless.
To be fair, we can always say the one we see in 2 where Maleficent lives was built by the Heartless.
Yeah, could be.
Maybe he'd like a hand to determine his
I like this scene, by the way.
I do too, because if the problem is, if you,
it works in our favor,
if you compare Birth by Sleep's cutscenes, the ending cutscenes, and the cutscenes in Dream Drop Distance when somebody's come back, that is clearly the one we see when we arrive into clearly is Ansom's castle.
What? Me? No, you have the wrong guy. I'm not comfortable with that.
You act as though you have a conscience.
This is a good scene, by the way, to make the organization a bit more important.
Yeah. Also, Joel, speaking of Dream Drop Distance, the reason it has to be Ansom's castle is because that's where the apprentices get turned to the dark side. That's where they get their heart stolen.
No, I know that's Ansom's castle. I know 2, Dream Drop Distance, Birth by Sleep, that's Ansom's castle. I'm talking about the one in 1. The big...
What about it?
That's also Ansom's castle.
Has embarked on a new adventure.
Okay, so...
Make sure it is one.
Okay, I see what you're getting at. Okay. Pickles and Chips dance when I dance.
Now go.
Do not do not bring that up, Pickles and Chips. I have nightmares from that data battle. Anyway, Xehanort gave the place a makeover.
Exactly, that's what I've been trying to say.
Yeah, but...
It's gone!
Okay, then... If that's the castle, then what is the castle we see in 2?
The same castle. Oh, the one in the ravine?
Yeah. What is that, then?
I'm gonna guess a place the Heartless made just for Maleficent or themselves.
Yeah, but the castle itself looks like it's been pretty much decimated.
Go to Beast first, you think?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go to Beast Castle. We're gonna go to Beast Castle. There's no disputing that. We're just gonna go through the cutscene.
We're gonna go through the cutscene and then we're gonna stop for the night.
Alright. Yeah. Let's see if I can do this in one go. Sometimes these are a little hard for me.
Do this in one go. So maybe the logic is maybe the Heartless are bad architects.
That's good. Yeah, that's true.
My guess is Pete made it some point.
Make possible.
Well, that's possible.
See, the only thing I have evidence is sadly in the manga where Maleficent says that the castle where Ansom's computer is was once hers. And that's all I got to go for it.
Well, actually, the
I know
problem
it's the manga, so that's not a good example. I know every games should come first.
The problem with even saying Pete made it is Pete says when he realizes Maleficent is alive, when he goes to that castle, he says, "This place sure ain't what I expected."
That's true.
Vigor said, "Bull."
To be fair, we can always assume that maybe the world restored, having all the worlds restored, changed Hollow Bastion up in a big way.
True. Well, if worlds can be divided, then maybe that castle and the one we see got split.
What Pickles and Chips say?
Pickles and Chips says there's a Disney series there's a Disney series that has to be in KH3. What is that, Pickles and Chips? Also, Joel.
Gravity Falls, Star vs. the Forces of Evil.
What was that mean for? Also, you don't know the world, Joel.
Cory in the House.
Cory in the House.
Yes.
The gummy ship missions were far better in this game. Agreed, Beaver.
Better in this game, but not as atmospheric.
No. Oh, what was that? What the hell was I even gonna say?
We were talking about the castle.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go with a really out there theory. Maybe, yeah, I can't even make a solid theory. I've completely forgot what my theory is gonna be. Oh well.
Pickles and chips is also
would be awesome.
Yep. Got that right.
I will say I like the gummy ship customization in this game a lot better.
It's definitely easier. Easier mission, but I think